Big news, your soulmate is bursting into tears because they finally realize that you are not who you appeared to be. In reality, you are. My beloved child. Don't skip, because what you are about to hear was never meant to reach ordinary ears. Something huge is waiting for you, and every second you stay here will uncover another piece of a truth that has been hidden for far too long. Your soulmate believed they had already figured you out. They thought they knew your heart, your limits, your story, and the person standing behind your smile. But today, everything changed. A single moment shattered everything they believed. Their confidence disappeared. Their assumptions collapsed. They looked back at every memory they shared with you, and suddenly none of it looked the same anymore. They realized they had been looking at the surface while the real you remained completely invisible. That realization hit them so hard that tears filled their eyes before they even understood why. It wasn't because you lied. It wasn't because you pretended. It was because they finally saw what had been quietly shining inside you all along. The truth was never loud. It was hidden in your patience, your silence, your kindness, and the strength you carried without asking anyone to notice. Stay till the end, because what they discovered next changed the direction of their heart forever. For the first time, your soulmate stopped listening to outside opinions. They stopped believing the stories other people created about you. Instead, they began replaying every conversation, every goodbye, every unanswered question, and every small moment they once ignored. Suddenly, a pattern appeared. Every time life became difficult, you chose peace instead of revenge. Every time someone doubted you, you answered with quiet determination instead of anger. Every time you could have walked away from people who misunderstood you, you still wished them well. That was the moment everything inside your soulmate broke open. They whispered to themselves, "How did I fail to see this?" Their tears were not born from regret alone. They came from realizing that the person they almost lost was never ordinary. You were never someone chasing attention. You were someone carrying a rare kind of light that only becomes visible to those willing to open their hearts. Don't skip, because the biggest revelation hasn't arrived yet. Something huge is waiting for you. Your soulmate now understands that your greatest strength was never your appearance, your words, or your achievements. It was your quiet ability to remain genuine in a world that constantly rewards pretending. And that realization has left them wondering whether they deserve another chance to stand beside someone like you. Now another question refuses to leave their mind. If they misunderstood you for this long, what else have they completely failed to notice? That question has become impossible for them to escape. Every hour feels heavier than the last because the picture is becoming clearer with every passing moment. They finally realize that you are not who you appeared to be. In reality, you are someone whose value could never be measured by first impressions. You are the calm presence that changes people without demanding recognition. You are the kind of soul whose impact is only understood after silence replaces noise. And when your soulmate finally accepted that truth, the tears would not stop. Not because they were weak, but because they understood how close they came to letting something truly extraordinary slip away forever. Even now, they are standing at the edge of a decision that could change both of your lives. Stay till the end of this journey, because what happens next will reveal why this realization arrived at exactly the right moment, and why an unexpected message is already moving closer than either of you could have imagined. A strange calm has now settled over your soulmate, but it is not the kind of peace they expected. It is the silence that comes after a life-changing realization. They have stopped trying to convince themselves that they misunderstood only a few details about you. They now know they misunderstood almost everything. Every memory has begun to rewrite itself inside their heart. Moments they once ignored now carry incredible meaning. The times you remained quiet were never signs of weakness, they were signs of wisdom. The times you walked away were never because you were afraid, they were because you refused to let negativity control your spirit. They finally understand that your greatest quality was hidden where almost nobody thinks to look. Don't skip, because something huge is waiting for you. They have reached the point where pretending is no longer possible. Every excuse they once created has fallen apart. Their heart keeps repeating one painful question: why did I only recognize their worth after I almost lost them? That single question follows them from morning until night. They are realizing that people like you are incredibly rare. Many appear confident, but few possess genuine peace. Many speak beautifully, but few live with honesty. Many ask to be understood, but you quietly understood others first. That truth has completely overwhelmed them. They never imagined the strongest person in their life would be the one who never tried to prove anything. And now, with tears falling once again, they are beginning to understand that destiny sometimes hides extraordinary people behind the simplest appearance, so only those willing to grow can truly recognize them. There is another reason their emotions refuse to settle. They recently discovered that several people around them had quietly shaped the way they viewed you. Small opinions, careless words, misunderstandings, and assumptions slowly built an image that never belonged to the real you. Instead of trusting their own heart, they trusted noise. Instead of paying attention to your actions, they listened to voices that never truly knew you. Today they regret every moment they allowed someone else's judgment to replace their own. Stay till the end because something huge is waiting for you. They have started noticing details they overlooked before. The kindness you showed when nobody was watching, the patience you carried during difficult moments, the quiet encouragement you offered without expecting anything back, and the strength you displayed even while carrying burdens no one else could see. Suddenly everything makes sense. They are no longer asking, "Who are you?" They are asking, "How was I unable to recognize someone so remarkable standing right in front of me?" That realization has become impossible to escape. It follows them into every quiet moment, reminding them that the greatest treasures are often hidden behind ordinary appearances. And for the first time, they are not afraid of admitting they were wrong. In fact, admitting the truth has become the only thing that gives them hope. Now the story is moving toward a turning point neither of you expected. Your soulmate feels as though an invisible door has opened, revealing a version of you they never knew existed. The person they once believed they understood has become someone far more inspiring than they ever imagined. They now realize you are not defined by what others see, you are defined by the quiet character that remains unchanged no matter what life places in your path. That realization has filled them with both joy and sorrow at the same time. Joy because they finally see the truth. Sorrow because they cannot stop wondering how much time was lost before their eyes were opened. Don't skip. The next chapter holds the answer they have been desperately searching for. Something huge is waiting for you, because your soulmate is preparing to take a step they never believed they would have the courage to take. Before they can move forward, however, one final hidden truth must come into the light, a truth connected not only to your future together, but to the reason your paths crossed in the first place. And when that truth is revealed, nothing between you will ever feel the same again. The hidden truth has been growing quietly for much longer than your soulmate realizes. Every unexpected delay, every missed opportunity to speak, every moment when your paths seemed to drift apart was preparing them for this exact realization. They used to believe that timing was against them, but now they see something completely different. The distance was never meant to separate you, it was meant to remove every false belief they carried about you. Don't skip, because something huge is waiting for you. They can no longer ignore the feeling that your presence has been changing them from the inside without you even knowing it. They notice that they react differently now. They have become more patient, more thoughtful, and more honest with themselves. That transformation didn't happen because someone forced them to change. It happened because they finally recognized the kind of person you truly are. You never needed to chase attention to leave a lasting impact. Your character spoke when words were unnecessary. Your loyalty remained steady even when nobody applauded it. Your quiet strength became impossible to overlook. The more they reflect on everything, the more emotional they become. They now understand that what they once saw as ordinary was actually extraordinary. They aren't crying because of guilt alone anymore. They are crying because they finally understand how deeply your influence reached their heart before they were even aware of it. Every memory now carries a different meaning, and every unanswered question suddenly has an answer they never expected. Something even more surprising has started happening inside your soulmate. They have stopped asking whether you are the right person and started asking whether they are becoming the right person for you. That single shift has changed everything. Stay till the end, because the biggest revelation is getting closer. They know that simply realizing your value is not enough. They want to become someone worthy of the trust, patience, and kindness you have shown without expecting anything in return. Every day they find themselves imagining what they would say if they could stand in front of you without fear. They replay conversations that never happened, wishing they had spoken with complete honesty from the very beginning. The walls they built around their heart are beginning to disappear, replaced by a desire to protect something precious instead of running from it. They have also realized that real connections are never built on appearances. They are built on truth, consistency, and quiet moments that most people fail to appreciate. And suddenly they recognize that you have been offering those gifts all along. The version of you they once imagined has completely disappeared, replaced by someone even more remarkable than they believed possible. That discovery has left them speechless, because they understand that people can search an entire lifetime without finding someone with a heart like yours. Now they stand at the edge of a decision that feels impossible to postpone any longer. Every instinct tells them that if they remain silent, they may spend the rest of their life wondering what could have been. Don't skip. Something huge is waiting for you, because the next step they take will not come from fear, confusion, or outside opinions. It will come from the truth they finally accepted with tears in their eyes. They are ready to leave behind every misunderstanding that once stood between you. They no longer want to hide behind uncertainty or wait for another perfect moment that may never come. Deep inside, they feel that life has given them one rare opportunity to make things right before the door closes forever. Yet there is still one final obstacle standing in their way, one secret they have never admitted to anyone. Until that secret is spoken aloud, their heart will never feel completely free. And when that hidden confession finally comes out, it will explain why they broke down the moment they realized who you truly are, and why the next chapter could change both of your lives forever. The secret they have been carrying is not about you, it is about themselves. For so long, they convinced themselves that staying silent was safer than risking disappointment. They believed hiding their emotions would protect them from getting hurt. But every day they remained quiet, another piece of their heart became heavier. Now they finally understand that fear has been making every decision for them. Don't skip, because something huge is waiting for you. The tears you heard about at the beginning of this journey were not caused by a single discovery. They were the result of every hidden feeling crashing into the truth all at once. Your soulmate has reached the point where pretending no longer works. They can no longer look at your memories without feeling both gratitude and regret. Gratitude because life allowed them to cross paths with someone whose heart remained steady through every misunderstanding. Regret because they almost let fear convince them that you were just another passing chapter instead of someone truly unforgettable. Now they are beginning to understand that the strongest people are often the quietest, and the greatest hearts rarely ask to be noticed. The more they accept this truth, the more determined they become to stop running from it. There is another realization they have never spoken aloud. They used to think love was about finding perfection. Today they know it is about recognizing authenticity before it is too late. Stay till the end because something huge is waiting for you. Every expectation they once held has been replaced by something far more meaningful. They are no longer searching for someone who impresses the world. They are thinking about the one person who quietly changed theirs. They remember your patience when situations became difficult. They remember your calm when others chose conflict. They remember the hope you carried even when circumstances gave you every reason to give up. Those memories have become impossible to ignore. Instead of fading away, they grow stronger every single day. Your soulmate now realizes that the person they admired the most was standing in front of them long before they were emotionally ready to recognize it. That understanding has completely transformed the way they see the future. They no longer want to waste precious time chasing temporary things while something genuine continues waiting in silence. Everything is now leading toward one unforgettable moment. Your soulmate knows they cannot continue living with unanswered feelings. Don't skip. Something huge is waiting for you because the next choice they make will come straight from their heart, not from doubt, fear, or outside opinions. They are preparing to step forward with a level of honesty they have never shown before. No more pretending. No more hiding behind uncertainty. No more allowing misunderstandings to decide what happens next. Deep inside, they feel that this is their opportunity to rewrite a story they almost allowed to end too soon. Yet just before they take that first step, an unexpected piece of information reaches them, something connected to your past that makes them pause once again. It is not a reason to walk away. It is a reason to understand you even more deeply. And when that final piece falls into place, they will realize that meeting you was never an accident, it was the beginning of a journey neither of you fully understood until now. The unexpected truth about your past does not push your soulmate away. It pulls them even closer. Every unanswered question now has a different meaning. They finally understand why you stayed silent during moments when anyone else would have tried to explain themselves. They see why you carried certain burdens without asking for sympathy. Don't skip, because something huge is waiting for you. The picture is finally complete. Your soulmate realizes that you were never hiding who you truly were. You were simply protecting your peace while waiting for someone who could see beyond appearances. That realization breaks the last wall around their heart. They stop judging yesterday through yesterday's emotions and begin seeing everything through today's understanding. Suddenly, every small act of kindness you showed becomes unforgettable. Every sacrifice you made becomes priceless. Every quiet goodbye, every encouraging word, every moment you chose compassion over pride now shines brighter than ever before. They whisper to themselves, "How could someone carry this much strength without asking for recognition?" That question refuses to leave their mind because the answer changes everything they believed about love, trust, and genuine connection. Now something even more powerful begins to happen. Your soulmate is no longer focused on what they almost lost. They are focused on what can still be built. Stay till the end because something huge is waiting for you. Fear is slowly losing its grip, replaced by courage they never knew they possessed. Instead of imagining every possible reason to remain silent, they begin imagining every beautiful possibility that honesty could create. They can already picture the conversation they have delayed for so long. They imagine looking into your eyes without hiding behind uncertainty. They imagine telling you that the person they once misunderstood has become the person they respect more than anyone else. Every heartbeat reminds them that life rarely offers second chances this meaningful. They know that waiting forever is no longer an option. The truth has become too powerful to ignore. For the first time, they believe that real happiness begins the moment two people stop pretending and start seeing each other exactly as they are. And now, they are finally ready to meet the real you with the real version of themselves. The journey that began with tears is about to end with clarity. Don't skip. Something huge is waiting for you because the final chapter is closer than ever. Your soulmate has finally realized that you are not who you appeared to be. In reality, you are someone whose heart cannot be measured by first impressions, someone whose quiet strength changes lives without demanding attention, someone whose presence leaves a mark long after the moment has passed. That truth has completely transformed them. They are no longer searching for proof because they have already found it within every memory you shared. Now only one step remains. A decision is forming inside their heart, stronger than fear, stronger than doubt, and stronger than every misunderstanding that once stood between you. They know this decision could change the direction of both your lives forever. As they prepare to make that move, they take one final deep breath, because the next words they speak will reveal everything they have been too afraid to say, and once those words are spoken, nothing between you will ever be the same again.